Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So, good morning. Welcome to another market open stream. The market bell is about to ring. Is Bitcoin under attack? Because right now, there are a lot of unconfirmed transactions on the network and have forced Binance to halt withdrawals twice. So what is going on right now? I'm going to try to explain and also take a look at what to expect for this coming week. So let's do this. Welcome, guys. Market bell has just rung. You can't start the day or the week without the good old market bell. And today, kind of mixed. The banks going crazy. Last week, regional banks crashed. Then it started pumping this last Friday. I don't know. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Even Warren Buffett said there will still be more banking woes. So this recovery, it's a big trap. Anyone buying back into these regional banks have another thing coming. But this week, what could we look forward to? Well, we have two inflation data, CPI and PPI, both coming out later this week, and also jobless claims. These are all absolutely big. Powell said he has to study economic data going forward before deciding whether or not he's going to just stop the rate hike for the next FOMC meeting or he's going to continue on, right? So we will have to see what he's going to decide. But these numbers definitely sway him one way or another. If inflation all of a sudden starts going back up again, that's bad. But if it's still on still trickling downwards, then that'll be absolutely fantastic, right? So that's something that we have to look forward to later this week, and it could sway markets up and down, right? But you know what? Robert Kiyosaki is still saying, hey, you know what? The banking system is collapsing. And he doubles down on his Bitcoin bet. He's been talking a lot about Bitcoin recently because Bitcoin is the way. I mean, it just is. When you want to opt out of the world's banking or financial system, what do you opt in? The only thing that's decentralized and not controlled by any country entity is Bitcoin. I mean, think about it. Everything that you use today, whether it's Zelle or a banking app or PayPal, or even Stripe for that matter. I mean, everything, any kind of payment system is controlled by a company residing within the country. It could be shut down. You could be banned, right? Bitcoin is the only one that's neutral. I mean, so where else you go turn if you want to opt out of everything, right? So it makes sense to be looking and loading up on Bitcoin at this point in time, especially with all the fears about banks and inflation and, the debt ceiling and all these things. The answer is Bitcoin. But speaking of Bitcoin, what's going on right now? There's a ton of unconfirmed transactions. I don't even know if the Bitcoin network has caught up. But yesterday it was reported that there were so many unconfirmed transactions, over 500,000. So Binance decided to just pause its withdrawals altogether because even if you try to withdraw with so many unconfirmed transactions, you would be waiting for a long time anyways, right? So they decided proactively to just pause to kind of let the network catch up before going, right? But since then, they opened up and then paused for a second time. And, now they seem, I think they're back. They're allowing withdrawals again. But Binance is integrating the Lightning Network. I believe they may be the only exchange that's doing this right now. Because if you integrate a Lightning Network, well, it kind of solves this problem. Lightning Network is a L2 for Bitcoin. It shares the consensus, but it does use a secondary network to transfer Bitcoin between destination A and destination B. And it does so much faster and much less fees are charged. So that would actually solve all of the issues. But I don't believe it's done yet. And I don't believe any other exchange is doing this yet. And some people are wondering if it's the integration that's causing the problem. No, but there does seem to be an explanation. Okay, well, here's Binance's answer. Basically, telling people, hey, everything is good, right? There's a lot of FUD out there about maybe there's problems with Binance or whatever. And whenever there's FUD, CZ always tweets out for FUD. I don't quite get it, but people somehow do now. But he's explaining here that, yeah, there's just a ton of transactions right now. Crazy amount of transactions. And here's the explanation. Okay. Most people think it has to do with the new standard, BRC20 standard. Okay. Right now you can see that, yeah, the fee per block is crazy high. Crazy high right now. So the miners are making a crazy amount trying to process all these transactions. But the reason why BRC20 may be congesting the network is because of, number one, ordinals, NFTs are getting really hot. Number two are the meme coins. Because of Pepe, there's a ton of meme coins now coming out on top of Bitcoin using BRC20 tokens, which you can access and you could view and buy and sell using this new wallet called Unisat. So Unisat right now, as of 1 hour ago, is facing tech issues due to skyrocketing demand. So I believe this is the reason why. It's because now, due to the popularity of Pepe and resurgence of meme coins, like literally every day there's a new meme coin coming out and people are speculating on them, right? Now there's a lot of attention on BRC20 instead of ERC20. Mass majority is on Ethereum, but there are a lot that's coming out on Bitcoin's network, right? So this is actually one of the reasons why Bitcoin maxis do not want NFTs or meme coins on top of Bitcoin, because it could lead to this. The blocks is 10 minutes for Bitcoin, right? So in 10 minutes, it can only process so many transactions. If it cannot, you have to wait another 10 minutes, and then another 10 minutes, and then another 10 minutes, right? So as you can see, yeah, it could add up to a long time if there are a ton of transactions or inscriptions to the block, okay? But I believe this is the reason. And you could argue if this is bad, but I would argue this is good because, again, it's bringing more utility to the network and bring a lot more excitement to the network. And for Bitcoin maxis that think that Ethereum is bad and it's a security or whatever, right? You're getting the same kind of like movement of the things that are on Ethereum now moving to Bitcoin. So even as a maxi, you should appreciate that. This makes Ethereum, well, it makes dApps rely on Ethereum less, so to speak, right? So if you think about it that way. But overall, is this attack on Bitcoin? I mean, I saw some theories about how governments may be trying to attack Bitcoin, or maybe Binance is doing something fishy. There's always FUD about Binance, right? But I think it's really due to this. Who knows? Maybe there is attack by the governments around the world, right? Maybe they feel threatened by Bitcoin because of all the banking problems right now. I mean, that could be the case. It could be the case. But I think it's just due to the popularity of memes right now and NFTs, and they're just exploding on Bitcoin, right? So maybe that's something that will continue. But maybe it causes, exchanges and wallets to adopt a Lightning Network faster. And that would be a win overall. You just don't know, right? But right now, what we do know is the exchange flows, very negative. With Bitcoin, every single day seems like, minus 90 million, Ethereum minus 140 million, and Tether minus 25 million. So what does this mean? Well, there's a lot of people withdrawing, right, their Bitcoin, their Ethereum, into self-custody wallets, maybe into cold storage, custody services, whatever. But there are still a lot of coins leaving the exchanges every single day, and that is fantastic. That's what we want to see. The supply is going down and demand continues to go up, and you know it's just a matter of time before the price follows. Simple supply and demand. That's really it. You can't apply more monetary policy to Bitcoin. Everything's set according to schedule, by code, governed by thousands and thousands of miners spread across the world. No one can make a change. That is the way of Bitcoin. I already showed this already. Liechtenstein plans on accepting Bitcoin for payments. So also that's pretty good. Basically, what it comes down to is if you can't beat it, join it. You're seeing a lot of leaders around the world, a lot of countries really starting to embrace Bitcoin. You're starting to see that from banks too. Even banks are caving in. It's like, why are we fighting this thing? We should embrace it and make some money off of it rather than die like a dinosaur, right? Refusing to work with it. I mean, bottom line is this. You're seeing this everywhere around the world, and that's also fantastic. As for short term, this is kind of like where we are right now, right? If we're following the same pattern in 2019, this whole retesting, right, is actually pretty normal. And once we're done retesting, we should be making that next leg up. Who knows where it can end? $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. There's a lot of speculation right now. A lot of people showing a lot of similar movements or fractal patterns, right? But here's another one showing that, yeah, when we're about to break out of this diamond pattern, or will, and what's going to happen next, the next leg up, right? But this next leg up could carry us very, very, very far in the future. But, the only thing that's certain is this. Regardless of when the price moves or how high it goes, right, the number of holders keep increasing. Part of the fundamentals of Bitcoin, non-zero addresses continue to go up and up and up and up and up. The number of holders keep on increasing, and the number of people DCAing keeps on increasing. So it's just a matter of time. Everything catches back up. Mostly the price. And then lastly, Pepe has been coming down from its peak. Okay, so, but, there's no doubt Pepe, revitalized the meme coin market. Okay, ever since Sheep got really quiet, really no one paid attention to memes at all. And Pepe just kicked it off again, right? So at least it's something exciting in the space. But it has come down. As expected, nothing's going to keep going up forever, but seeing how it broke the 1 billion barrier, which is a very, very, very difficult thing to do. There are a lot of holders. We'll see if it can pick back up. But like I said, all this commotion with BRC20 right now, I think it's mostly due to excitement over meme coins. So, and then lastly, Brad Garlinghouse fighting the good fight. He before said it was going to cost Ripple $100 million to defend itself against the SEC. Now he upped that twice the amount, $200 million to defend not only Ripple, but really to defend the entire industry. The SEC picked the wrong project to go after. Maybe they thought Ripple would just cave very quickly. They didn't know they would put up such a good fight. They didn't know how much money they had to keep this going, right? But Brad Garlinghouse, he's fighting a good fight. If the SEC loses, that could be an absolutely huge catapult or catalyst for an entire market, because Ripple can't just go, SEC can't just go on and declare everything a security, right? And if Ripple wins, they can share their playbook. At least, the industry has a fighting chance against Gary Gensler, right? So, I'm all for this, and I applaud Brad and Ripple on their crusade to winning. All right, that's what I want to cover this morning. The stock market right now, about even, a little bit in the red. And Bitcoin, unfortunately, dipped down a little bit below 28,000. I think a lot of it is due to, the congestion right now with Binance, with stopping withdrawals. But ultimately, you could see we're still going sideways. A little bit boring, but still going sideways. In fact, you could still make an argument we're trending upwards, right? It's just a matter of time before we make that next leg up. So stay strong. Stay strong. And then I close CMC. Let's bring up CMC. All right, let's do some Q&A. All right, let's see. Scroll up and make sure I didn't miss anything. Papa Bear, are enough BTC miners coming online to keep up? I wonder, will slow miner growth? No, the miner growth only continues. That's why the hash rate keeps going up and the difficulty keeps going up, because there's more and more mining machines. But keep in mind, blocks can only handle so much transactions, right? It's a block limit of 1 meg. So if this really keeps up and there's a ton of congestion, the way to solve it is either to move to Lightning Network or increase the block size, which caused a lot of contention back in 2017 when Roger Ver wanted to do the same thing and then ended up forking Bitcoin Cash. So the miners are definitely not going to be de-incentivized because fees are crazy right now. Ben is asking, how can I spend Dogecoin at U.S. merchants? Seems like BitPay is not onboarding anymore. Anything similar? There is actually another company that reached out to me, Spritz Finance. They actually allow you to spend crypto at anywhere, at any place. But I don't know if they take Doge. I don't know why you would want to spend Doge though. Unless you're a Doge billionaire, but you could always convert Doge to Bitcoin and just HODL, right? Unless you really need to sell it. But I'm gonna look into it. What do you consider Waves to create I Am George token on? What do you think about the project? Waves is an old project, a very outdated DEX. No, I would never consider Waves. Just go with Ethereum. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, CoinMarketCap is in the chat. Welcome, guys. I've been trying to reach out to you guys for a long time. Send me an email. George at CryptosRus.com. Maybe we will work together. To answer NMCT, BRC20, let Bitcoin do what ETH does. Too bad Gary already declared BTC a commodity. Wait, what? Yeah. So you're saying that basically Gary can't go back and say Bitcoin is security. Well, you never know. With all the BRC20 stuff, NFT stuff, maybe they can afterward. I doubt it. Gary's not going to go after Bitcoin for sure. Would you sell Gala, Atom, or ADA in order to buy Bitcoin? If I had to choose an order, I would say that's a good order. No, I would do Gala, ADA, then Atom. Probably. ADA, Atom, yeah. If I had to choose. What's the deal with Gala? There's still a lot of FUD around Coinbase not supporting the airdrop. I have no idea why. I think it has to do with the fact that they are battling the SEC and they're afraid that may look like, it may look like Gala is a security. I don't know. I don't know why. I haven't seen Coinbase really refuse any kind of major airdrops like this in the past. This is the first one I've seen. And it's not an airdrop. It's not like a free token. This is a conversion, right? Gala's trying to move to V2. So I don't know. The best way is to just hold it in a trust wallet or something like that, self-custody wallet, so you don't have to worry about it. Also, if you have your Gala staked into liquidity pools, you want to withdraw that. Any new Lego that I bought recently? No, actually. I have not visited a Lego store in quite some time. I should, but haven't had a lot of time recently. So what? I'm a fan of yours. I'm from El Salvador. You should stop talking about Bukele. He is a dictator and he's putting innocent people in jail and dying. I don't talk a lot about his politics. Actually, never. I just talk about him embracing Bitcoin and Bitcoin City and Bitcoin Volcano bonds. And I think he has paved the way for other countries to do the same thing. Now, as for his politics, I have no idea. Let's see. Is there any USD stable cold wallet? I don't. What do you mean by that? You mean like storing cash? No, there isn't. There's no wallet. There's no cold wallet to store digital cash at this point, other than stable coins. But there's no digital USD at this moment in time where you can store in your own wallet off the banks. The banks do not want you to do that. The Fed does not want you to do that. The U.S. government does not want you to do that. So it'll probably never happen because then they can't track it. The whole point of introducing Fed now and any future CBDC is the fact that they want to track you. And if you had the ability to store your cash in a cold wallet, just like what you could do with regular cash, they would hate that. Joe the Toe, you must have been following me way back in the day in like 2018, 2019. But I'm glad you're back. I guess you've been gone for a long time. My BTC has been pending for 18 hours now. Should we get used to this or everyone start using the Lightning Network? Gene, that's why Binance is moving to Lightning. Maybe all exchanges will move to Lightning soon. But we don't know if this is going to be a temporary thing or forever thing, right? There's just a lot of transactions right now going on. And it's mostly due to BRC20 stuff. BRC20 and ordinals. So there's just a lot of things happening right now, right? Jack Daniels, I do like Trust Wallet a lot. I use it often, but also there's other good wallets out there. Ledger is fantastic as a hardware wallet. Browser wallets, you have the RX wallet, which is new, but very good, very secure. Of course, you have MetaMask as well. There's a lot of options out there, but find one that you like, Play around with it. Know how to withdraw. Know how to deposit. Realize that you have to save some for gas fees, which most people do not take into account. You know, and once you know it, you know it. Do you think DFK can rival Axie? No, I do not. I do not. I wish them the best, but there's something really wrong with their token economics. So they need to fix that, because all three of their tokens keeps diving and diving and diving and diving. So there's something really wrong with their token economics. Are you shorting American bank stocks? No, I don't short. Like, if I don't like something, I just sell. But I won't short it. Shorting is just too dangerous, in my opinion. And what's going on with the regional banks right now? Oof, crazy up and downs. You definitely don't want to use any kind of leverage right now with bank stocks right now. But overall, I think banks are going to get weaker. So I would not touch them with a 10-foot pole right now, or a 100-foot pole, for that matter. Coinbase listing on Pepe lead to I don't think Coinbase is going to add. I don't think Coinbase is going to add Pepe. If they're not supporting the Gala airdrop, they're not going to support Pepe. But where is it right now? It is at 53. It's down 25% from yesterday. But again, it's still in the top 100. It's a little bit under $1 billion, which is disappointing. But man, it has done the impossible once again, what Sheeb did. And we'll see if this can hold. If they could hold within, the top 100, and the bull market comes back, Pepe, I think, could still continue to do very well. But as of right now, they are definitely, a lot of people definitely sold off. You know, when they got the Binance listing, and I made that video, they were at like 1.2 billion. I'm like, I don't know if that point was the peak or just the beginning, because at that point, a lot of people started cashing out. The whales started cashing out because it was very difficult to cash out large amounts. So I guess the first point was right. But I don't think it's over for Pepe. And I don't think it's over for meme coins. I think you're going to probably see a lot more meme coins come out and reach possibly in the top 100, you know, within the next few years. You're going to see a lot more of them. Why can't you accept Cardano? Accept Cardano for what? For payment? I don't know what you're talking about. Cardano is still sitting pretty at number 7. Do I like Pi Network? No. Liechtenstein? That's not that off. Why do I don't need to love Cardano, okay? You don't need me to love Cardano. I don't have anything against it. And obviously it's doing pretty well, sitting at number 7 right now. Andy, of course Ferrari. No Lambos, Ferraris only. I don't get the blue CMC. I don't get the blue circle. What is that supposed to represent? Matic, unfortunately, is going to be out of top 10. I feel like it's so laggy. I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't know what it is with Matic. I hear nothing but good news about Matic, but yet it's been so weak. So weak. And I don't quite get it. You know, just look at the 90 days up here, right? Bitcoin's up 21%. Matic is down 24% in the last 90 days. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I still hear about major brands coming aboard like Nike, and you even have a big major fund, like a actual fund that's coming out on Polygon. You still got Starbucks. You got all these major brands on top Polygon, but they have been weak, and it's been quite disappointing holding them. South Africans love me. I thank you. I appreciate that. George is a worldwide. Porsche's the best. I have not driven much Porsches. However you want to say it, much in the past, but I love to change that. Love to go around some tracks and Porsches. Why is APT dumping? I feel like it's good potential. Aptos and just like the new Sui. Wait, why did it just do that? Okay. You know, they're very hyped up coins. And you know, I don't like these big L2s or L1s that are so hyped up. You know, because they come out, they get listed on every single exchange. You know it's going to pump, right? But then you know it's going to come down. You know, there's nothing that warrants such a high market value already. Yes, they have hundreds of millions of VC funding, but they shouldn't be worth billions right off the bat, right? ICP was also the same way. So that's why I tend to stay away from a lot of these very hyped up chains that come out. Now, once they find bottom, then you see the ecosystem growing. It's a different story, right? But I feel like Aptos is still fairly new. Do you think the issue of the transaction can bring down Bitcoin to 20K again? Thoughts? No, it will not. There may be other issues, but I don't think we see 20K anytime soon, if ever again. Yeah, I know that's a dangerous word to say, ever again, or dangerous words to say, but I just don't see it. I think right now, you know, the market's iffy, a lot of macro stuff that's going on, but Bitcoin is definitely recovering, and we are heading in the right direction, and the fundamentals have never been better, so that's what I believe in. All right, guys, let's conclude. Overall, you know, today, like I said, kind of iffy. The banks, still kind of iffy. A lot of FUD around Binance and pausing withdrawals. It's due to congestion. That's what it was due to. Congestion because of BRC20 and ordinals, right? It's a work in progress. People are still trying to figure it out, but that's what it's due to. But, you know, nothing changes. Nothing changes. You still have countries adopting Bitcoin. You still have number of holders increasing on Bitcoin. So stay strong, my friends. And I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.